It's been a wild real estate ride over the past couple of years. We had a red hot market that was driven by super low interest rates that created all of these crazy bidding wars. And now interest rates have gone up to 20-year highs. So what's transpired over the past year, and what do we expect to happen in 2024 with the variables that we're looking at now? Let's dive in. Hey everyone, welcome back to Living in Oregon. If you've been following us lately or over the past year or so, you might know that home inventory has risen and it continues to rise as we head into the winter time, at a time when the market typically slows down. We are seeing inventory actually going up, and a lot of that rise in inventory is due to the higher interest rates, which is slowing the market down. But not all of the inventory is old inventory now. We're starting to see new listings even tick up, both nationally and locally. They've ticked up over this past month, and new listings are up year over year compared to last year. The new listings thing has been a frustration for a lot of buyers lately because there's a fair amount of inventory on the market. Right now, there's about 3 months worth of inventory in the Portland metropolitan area, meaning that if no new homes came to the market, it would take about 3 months to sell what's currently on the market, which when things were really low, like around 2020, there were times that there was less than a month of inventory. So inventory is relatively healthy right now, but a lot of it is inventory that's been sitting for a while. So a lot of buyers don't necessarily, they haven't been feeling like there's a lot of new inventory until lately. We're starting to see the new listings come to the market. And the reason being is because a lot of sellers don't want to trade their 3% interest rate, of which over half of the country currently has, for that higher interest rate. They call it the golden handcuff. So a lot of sellers waiting for rates to come down before they list. And this recent activity has led to sales going up. If you followed sales or transactions over the United States over the past year or couple of years, sales have been way down in pretty much every state. In the state of Oregon, somewhere in the neighborhood of 35%, but throughout the country, anywhere from 20 to 40%. So what does that mean? So there's 35% fewer commissions. So if all realtors made the same, which they don't, but if they did, they'd be taking about a 35% pay cut. But weekly sales have ticked up about a month ago, and like I mentioned, we are higher than we were a year ago heading into 2024. This is also the time of the year that we would expect to see price reductions kind of at their max. And price reductions have recently also slowly ticked down. So what does all this mean? The market is picking up. Why is this happening? Well, just this morning I saw 7.13% interest rates, which about a month ago we were over 8%. And if you've looked at the difference between 1 point on your mortgage payment, it makes a big difference. Now recently, just a few months ago or over the summertime, a lot of experts have predicted that rates would probably not go down or not go down much throughout 2024. Lawrence Young Nars, National Association of Realtors, chief economist, believes that rates will stay right about the same and thinks that we've probably crested. So we probably won't see those 8s at least anytime again in the near future. But the thing about rates is it's not, or at least from what we've seen, it's not necessarily the rate so much as the rate shock, people adjusting to those new rates. So when rates go up like half a point, like I said, it makes a big impact in your mortgage payment. And so whenever rates go up, that slows the market. It takes people time to adjust. It takes people time to work that into their budget. It was just over a year and a half ago that we were back at 3% interest rates. Every time rates go up a little bit, the market slows down a little bit. So we've had this clunkiness over the past couple of years, year and a half, where rates are kind of going up. People take some time to adjust. The market slows down. Now we're seeing rates go down almost a full point, and it's really made the market pick up. There's been a lot of people over the past year that once rates tick up a little bit, they sit on the sideline. Some of those people stay sitting out. Some of those people readjust their budget and they come back into the market. Over the past month or so, we haven't had that effect with rates slowly going down. Nobody's sitting out anymore. So what's this going to mean going into 2024? Well, over the past 2, 3, 4 weeks, I've probably seen as many conflicting messages and headlines as I've seen all the rest of the last couple of years combined. And of course, the last couple of years, since 2020, the market has been very tricky. There's been a lot of confusion. A lot of the experts have gotten it wrong. And yet now it seems people are more confused than ever. So what's going to happen in 2024? Well, what's the best argument for home values going down? Affordability. Affordability is at a multi-decade low. It's probably a good reason to keep people from buying houses, as they just can't simply afford them. There are some factors working against that, though. One thing that we see, people borrowing money, millennials borrowing money from their boomer parents. So even though the data is showing us that affordability is as about bad as it's been in the last couple of decades, there are some things that aren't going to show up in the data, such as people borrowing money, that are going to impact that affordability. But if homes continue to keep getting more and more unaffordable for people, there's going to reach a breaking point at some point where we're going to see home value start to stay stagnant or even go down. What do the real estate professionals that I know think? Well, actions always speak louder than words. I don't know any real estate professionals that are sitting on the sideline waiting for that right moment. Everybody is still looking to purchase, not expecting any sort of crash in the near future. So what's the best argument for home values staying the same or going up? Supply and demand, of course. Demand just simply continues to outpace supply, and there are no signals that indicate that that's going to change. Supply isn't going to change because builders can't build fast enough, and there's nothing that would indicate that a bunch of resales are going to come to the market like in the crash of 07 or 08. There's nothing to indicate that a lot of people might lose their jobs and might not be able to afford their home and might have to put their home on the market. So we don't see any reason to think that for some reason supply is going to be able to outpace demand, at least anywhere in the near future. And we don't see any demand waning. People continue to need homes. People move to this country. People are migrating to this country. We don't have enough homes for everybody, so that's not going to change. Now, some people speculate that if rates go down, those golden handcuffs will come off, and a lot of current homeowners will be willing to list their home and move somewhere. I've seen a lot of experts that know more about these things, or at least know more about the economy, are supposed to be economists that have predicted this, but for me, it doesn't quite add up. If we just look at the activity that we've seen in the past month, having rates go down, not even quite a full point, has really spurred the market. I can't imagine what rates would look like if we get down back into the 5s or the 4s again. We're probably going to get back to those bidding wars, and it's going to be a frenzy for buyers again, in which, of course, home values are going to continue to rise. And that's probably about what we're going to expect for 2024 and 2025. Heading into lower rates, hopefully inventory won't be as bad as 2020 or 2021, but that demand is still going to be strong, so there's still going to be a lot of competition out there. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Oregon in 2024, my name is Seth Marchant. I'm a licensed broker in the state of Oregon. We've helped a lot of people buy and sell homes, and if you're somebody that's thinking about taking the next step, you can call, text, email. You can click the link below in the description of this video on YouTube if you want to schedule a Zoom call with us, or you can hit that QR code if you're watching from TV. That'll take you to our website where you can find all of our contact information there. And if this video helped you, give us a thumbs up. Lets me know I'm doing a good job. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you want to see more videos, more specifically about what it's like to live, eat, sleep, play, work, all the pros and cons of living in Oregon, especially around the Portland metropolitan area, make sure and subscribe to this channel. We have over 100 videos covering most of the neighborhoods, lots of drone and driving footage that really give you a feel for this area. And then, of course, we have about quarterly updates like this for the real estate market. So make sure and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Until next time, take care, everyone.